But I want to give you an example as well. Something that was a big eye-opener for me. This was really early on in my separation. I went to a men's support group called the Mankind Project. Really good group, really well set up, really well structured. And I went into the group, and one of the things they do there is when we first sort of start the talking section, we check in with our emotion, we check in with what we're feeling. And we go around the circle and each man checks in one by one. And then at the end we check out with how we're feeling as well. And this particular night, I was overwhelmed. I was in a pretty negative mood. And we got started, and the man to my right, he went first. And it went around the circle away from me, so I was the last person to talk. And as we sat down, I started thinking about, what are my feelings? What am I checking in with? And I was checking in with frustration, with anger, with sadness, with helplessness, all these negative emotions. And it was almost like a badge of honor, to tell people how hard done by I was and how upset I was. And each of the men went around and spoke, and there was a lot of men suffering with negative emotions, but also a lot of men were checking in with gratitude and with hope and with happiness for the things that they had in their life. And it was a massive eye-opener for me, because the headspace I was in, all I could focus on was the negatives. But around that circle, I was reminded of all the positives that were in my life as well. I'd seen my kids that day, and I had a fantastic time at the beach with them. That was a positive. One of my best mates and my brother were flying me down to Sydney, and we were going on a snowboarding trip that weekend coming. There was all these things in my life that were super positive that I should have been grateful for, I should have been thankful for, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't feel that emotion, because I was clouded by all these negative things going on. Now that's really normal. It's really common for us to do that, but this is what sort of I want to talk about at a future time, about the benefits of setting your intention for the day and thinking about what you are grateful for, because the negative emotions will take over, and they will cloud our judgment, and they will block out all the positivity in our life if we let them. So by actively searching out the things that you're grateful for, that just brings them to front of mind, and it gets them through that fog of negativity. So just have a think about that. Have a think about how you're approaching your day, and be aware of how that affects the way other people respond to you, and how that affects your day in total. And it's not easy. It's not going to be okay. All of a sudden I'm super positive, because we are going through massive challenges. But little bit by little bit, you can find tools to help you sort of get into a positive mood. And again, that's going to be a snowball effect, because your positive mood is going to affect the way you interact with other people, which will affect the way they interact with you, which will make your day a much more positive experience. Alright guys, I hope this has helped. Please, if you've got any of your own stories that can relate to this, please write them in the comments. Shoot a video yourself if you're up for it, and let's just help keep supporting each other. Thanks for listening, guys. Chat soon. Bye.